Hey, what's up? So there are many things I like about my Surface 2 and none of them are the performance. Now it has nearly been 7 generations of Microsoft Surface devices, and I have here with me today a Microsoft Surface Laptop 2, which I've been using for a week or two. And usually a second-gen product says a lot about the trajectory of a company, and luckily I've compiled all those thoughts and all those ideas into a single video. So buckle up, because for now it's going uphill. Now first, Hansbon did a really great job giving this signature look to the Surface, which you can't mistake it for anything else. I mean, look at these rails, how they are sharp, not enough to slice your skin, but in a design elegance way. This guy in Microsoft did a really good job, but even kept it underweight, with it coming just under 3 pounds, but bringing top of the line specs, which we'll get to back later. On the design standpoint, yeah, this looks modern. I mean, the Surface Laptop 7 has this same exact design language, so shout out to Hansbon. Your design concept still proved to be solid, though he's long gone from Microsoft. But there's more to a computer than what meets the eye, and for what meets the skin, the Surface Laptop 2 proves to have a solid keyboard with a decent amount of travel and tactility. But the word there is solid, and not the best, because clearly the keyboard from my Spectre XT Pro is better, mostly because it's silent and has zero flexing compared to the Surface Pro. But I'm pretty sure that if you type terribly, then this machine won't fix anything. You'll just type terribly, but way better. Plus, you have a bonus of resting your palms in that soft Alcantara finish, which is a question for durability, but is a breeze for comfortability. Now, if you pan a little, you'll see that gorgeous 2256 by 1504 13.5-inch panel, which is more than 3 million pixels, by the way, in a density of 201 ppi. It's pixel sense, meaning it is a touchscreen, of course, in that beautiful 3:2 productivity aspect ratio, supporting up to 10-point multi-touch. Now, those numbers can get a bit overwhelming, but what Microsoft was trying to say is that it is a touchscreen, LCD panel with great contrast, plus evenly symmetrical bezels and a smaller footprint. Oh, did I forget to mention it also opens in one hand? Well, now you know. I think the only downside in this machine's hardware is in the ports issue. There's not much to say, except for microphone audio jack combo, a mini display port, and a USB-A port, not to mention the Surface connector port, which is a really odd combination of ports. And for any of you who think productivity in a Surface, then maybe invest in some quality dongles or just one up your pocket flex and get the Surface Laptop 3, because that adds a USB-C in place for the mini display port. But aside from the wacky port selection, the hardware built on the Microsoft Surface Laptop is probably my most favorite thing about this device so far. The trackpad is a glass type with loud clicks, but really responsive in gesture inputs. The speakers underneath the keyboard, which you'll think is questionable until you listen to them and realize they have surround sound tech, which dramatically one-ups your media consumption experience. Now, if you're coming from a MacBook, chances are these speakers won't blow you away. But if you're like me and coming from this Spectral laptop, then yeah, the difference is night and day. Plus, a usable 720p webcam with the decent studio grade microphones which you're listening to right now. I mean, it's not bad, it's just okay. And if you're like me and like to design a lot, then this screen has one of the most accurate representation of color I've seen so far. I mean, I can go back and forth between models, but if I ever upgrade to this Surface laptop, then do know that the screen is one of the de factos there. But if you're not like me and don't use design as the metric for your purchase decision and think more on the performance side of things, well, first, if you're going to stretch this system with some serious backend development or some intensive 4K video editing, then I suggest you get the 16 gigs variant, because this laptop's vocabulary has no repairability and upgradability. For the specs, this Surface Laptop 2 comes in 2 variants: the 8th gen Intel Core i5 with Intel's UHD 620 integrated graphics, and the second variant is the 8th gen Intel Core i7 processor with the same UHD integrated graphics. And if you see integrated graphics as a power user for graphics-intensive tasks like video editing, you know it's a no-no. But that doesn't mean this system can't handle workloads. It does, and it does so really quietly with minimum fine noise, throttling, and overheating. But if there was an option to upgrade the internals, it will be so much better. And if you're a daredevil and like to rig your way into every device you get, first have $150 closer, because that is what it will cost you to get under the Alcantara and into the internals. And I'll link a teardown bit by and fix it down below, but just so you know, this machine scored a 0 out of 10 in repairability. But hey, you're not buying a machine to get into its internals most of the time. Plus, I read somewhere that repairability is inversely proportional to durability, so I guess you can say this machine is more durable. I don't know, but hey, it looks promising up to this point. I also think that you should know support for Windows 10 for this Surface will end next year, but I installed Windows 11, which I think one-ups the entire experience of Windows. Because the software itself is snappy and animations just run smoother in this machine on top of Windows 11 specifically, which is a testament of how Microsoft optimizes Windows in their own machines, I guess. But yeah, there's less bloatware and some pre-installed apps across the UI, which is a first indication of premium. Okay, those are my thoughts. Now, like I already said, most of the things about this machine I really like, from the great keyboard to the great looking display to the great look, build and feel. I mean, I totally see myself daily driving this or the Spectre because those two machines are my ideal versions of what a normal optimized Windows machine should look like. But like I also said, performance in this form factor is just meh, especially when you're someone who relies so much on the raw gut power that a device can have. But yeah, if you're someone who is the complete opposite, like you do your work mostly on the cloud and you just browse the internet, then yeah, for around 350 to 400 bucks, I think this is a solid investment. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to leave your comment down below and I'll be sure to read and respond to each and every one of them. Yeah, so up until next time, thanks for watching, and as always, the only limit is your imagination. Peace.